The story begins with a boy named Max. One morning, his mother comes into his room to wake him up and tells him to get ready for school. Still half asleep, Max asks his mom when they will adopt a dog, but his mother refuses and says that if he can't even keep his own room clean, how will he handle the responsibility of a dog? On the other hand, at school, Max is walking toward his seat when suddenly a bully named Dan pushes him hard and knocks him to the ground. Dan is the same troublemaker in school who is always picking on other students. Meanwhile, inside a laboratory, Alex and his partner Sky are presenting their new invention to their boss. They have created an extremely advanced nano-robot powered by artificial intelligence, capable of helping humans with almost any task. Their demonstration turns out to be a big success, and the company even receives major investment to continue the project. But soon, a dangerous crime boss in the city named Myron hears about this invention. One of his men tells him that if this nano-robot falls into their hands, they could hack bank accounts and gain control over the entire financial system. Excited by the thought of gaining such power, Myron orders his most dangerous agent, Gecko, to steal it. Meanwhile, back at school, Max is watching his classmate Sonia practicing on the stage. Max secretly likes her, so he quietly starts drawing her portrait in his notebook. Suddenly, Dan and his friends crawl out from a trapdoor under the stage and call Max over to them. As soon as Max comes closer, they pull him down inside. When Dan sees Sonia's drawing in Max's notebook, he becomes furious and decides to teach him a lesson. They place a small firecracker in Max's hand and quickly run away. Just a few seconds later, a small explosion goes off. Hearing the noise, a teacher rushes over and sees Max climbing out of the trapdoor. The teacher assumes it was Max's prank and immediately sends him to the principal's office. Meanwhile, near the stage, Sonia finds the same crumpled drawing that Max had secretly made of her. On the other side, when Max reaches home, his mother scolds him again about the mess in his room. But as soon as she leaves the room, Max sees his chance and quietly slips out through the window. Meanwhile, at the same time, Gecko has already arrived near the lab building. Using his special equipment, he climbs up the wall, cuts through the window, and sneaks inside, moving forward along the ceiling like a professional spy. To avoid the security lasers placed along the way, he bends their light using a metal plate and finally reaches the place where the nano-robot prototype is kept. Just as he attaches his decoder to open it, a guard suddenly arrives there. Gecko quickly hides, but the sound of the machine makes the guard suspicious. Without wasting a second, Gecko attacks him and knocks him unconscious, but at that exact moment, the alarm starts blaring. Now the guards begin chasing him, and Gecko grabs the cylinder containing the nano-robot and starts running through the lab corridors. On the other side, Max reaches a deserted alley in his neighborhood where the walls are covered with different kinds of graffiti. It is his favorite place. Taking out his spray cans, he starts painting on the wall while listening to music, completely unaware that his life is about to change in just a few moments. Meanwhile, while running, Gecko reaches a bridge, but the guards surround him from all sides. Gecko quickly tries to fight his way out. During the struggle, the cylinder containing the nano-robot slips from his hand and falls off the bridge. Just a few meters below, Max finds the same cylinder lying on the ground. Seeing it, Max assumes it might be some kind of new spray paint because he has never seen anything like it before. Meanwhile, Gecko knocks out the remaining guards as well and escapes through the sewers using his special equipment so that no one can catch him. On the other side, out of curiosity, Max points the strange cylinder toward the wall and presses it, and then something unbelievable happens. The spray begins creating incredible graffiti on the wall all by itself, as if it has a mind of its own. Max is stunned to see this, because amazing art keeps forming without him doing anything. But this magic does not last long. After a short while, the nano-robot's energy runs out, and the spray stops working. Max leaves it on the ground and walks away from there. After some time, Gecko returns to the same place and picks up the cylinder lying on the ground. Before leaving, his eyes fall on Max's graffiti on the wall, and he says that it looks really amazing, but he has absolutely no idea what is about to happen next. As soon as Max leaves the place, the drawing of the dog on the wall suddenly begins to move. The nano-robots activate again, and the drawing transforms into a real robotic dog. On the other side, Gecko reaches his boss Myron and hands over the cylinder to him, but Myron immediately realizes that the cylinder is empty because the nano-robots are no longer inside it. Meanwhile, Max is walking back toward his home, completely unaware that the same robotic dog is secretly following him from a distance. On the way, the dog accidentally knocks over a trash can and quickly turns invisible to avoid being noticed. Max feels like someone is following him, so he gets scared and starts running faster. That same night, the police arrive at the lab to investigate the theft. Alex carefully examines everything, trying to understand what exactly happened there. Sky explains that the guards tried to stop the thief, but he knocked them all unconscious and escaped. Hearing this, Alex angrily says that no one understands the nano-robots better than her, so she will personally bring them back. The next morning, Gecko returns to the same alley where he had seen Max, hoping to find some kind of clue. When he arrives there, he notices that the dog graffiti on the wall has completely disappeared, which feels very strange to him. On the other side, at school, Max is walking toward his classroom, while the robotic dog secretly follows behind him. Suddenly, Dan and his friends surround him again and start bullying him like always. They throw his books and belongings onto the ground and walk away laughing. Feeling upset, Max begins picking up his things, but suddenly, his pencil box lifts up into the air by itself and flies straight into Dan's head. Seeing this, the bullies angrily come back and try to attack Max, but at that moment, Max's bag also begins moving on its own and starts helping him, allowing Max to easily dodge their attacks. Within a few seconds, Max suddenly gains incredible agility and lightning-fast reflexes. He starts making moves that even he himself cannot understand. Suddenly, his bag separates from his shoulders and begins fighting on its own, as if someone is controlling it. Taking advantage of the moment, Max also gets his revenge on Dan and his friends, and within a short time, all the bullies are left lying on the ground in shock. When everything is over, Max picks up his bag and walks away, but he has no idea that Sonia was watching all of this from a distance, and she is completely amazed. On the other side, in her lab, Alex is watching the security footage of the robbery. Seeing Gecko's fast and skilled movements, she jokingly says that she should probably hire Gecko as the head of security. After that, she prepares a special device called a neutralizer, which can temporarily disable the nano-robots, so they can be safely retrieved. Meanwhile, Max walks into a small shop in his neighborhood and starts looking around at different things. He doesn't even realize that the invisible invisible robotic dog is still following him. When he realizes that he doesn't have any money to buy anything, he feels a little disappointed. The shopkeeper looks at him suspiciously and asks whether he plans to pay for the items he is touching. But suddenly, a pack of balls bursts open, which is actually the invisible dog causing mischief. The shopkeeper panics, slips on the floor, and even his pants fall down. Taking advantage of the chaos, Max quickly runs out of the shop. At that exact moment, Alex receives an alert on her system showing nano-robot activity coming from the same area. She immediately arrives there and asks the shop owner to show her the security footage. But when the shopkeeper realizes that she is not a police officer, he refuses. So Alex uses her high-tech wristwatch to hack into the cameras and downloads all the recordings. After some time, Max returns to the same alley where he had made his graffiti. But when he arrives there, he is shocked to see that the dog drawing on the wall has completely disappeared. Just then, he hears a strange sound, and suddenly the same robotic dog appears in front of him. Seeing this, Max falls to the ground in fear. The dog scans his body and realizes that Max's adrenaline level is very high, so it tries to calm him down by telling him to take deep breaths. But Max is still badly frightened and tries to run away from there. When Max reaches home, he lies on his bed thinking about the strange incident. Suddenly, the robotic dog appears in front of him again. The dog introduces itself and explains that it is actually made up of millions of tiny nano-robots that can do anything according to the commands of their creator. Hearing this, Max becomes confused and asks why it is calling him the creator. The dog then explains that when Max used the cylinder like spray paint and created the graffiti on the wall, that was the moment it came to life. Max finally realizes that he accidentally created this robotic dog himself. He also understands that during the fight at school with Dan and his friends, it was the dog that helped him. But Max becomes a little worried and tells the dog that because of this, Dan will now be even more angry with him. After that, Max tries to calm himself down and sits in front of his computer. There he sees an announcement for a big drawing contest where the winner will get the opportunity to study in a famous illustration course. At first, Max becomes very happy after seeing this, but his confidence quickly fades. He feels that he has no chance of winning, so he decides not to participate in the contest. That same night, Alex is sitting in her car watching the footage of the robbery when she suddenly receives another alert of nano-robot activity. On the other side, the robotic dog, which now calls itself Fox, carefully looks through all of Max's drawings. Without telling Max, it secretly submits an application to the drawing contest website using Max's name. The next morning, Gecko returns to the same graffiti spot again and starts asking people about the boy he saw there the previous night, but no one knows anything about him. Slowly, Gecko begins to lose hope, and at the same time, the pressure from Myron keeps increasing as he demands answers from him as soon as possible. At home, Max and Fox are talking to each other. Then Fox shows him one of his amazing abilities. He can change his appearance and look like someone else so he can easily hide. Seeing this, Max becomes very excited and decides to take him for a walk in the park. But he tells Fox not to talk outside at all, otherwise people will start getting suspicious. Fox is very clever. He instantly creates a special pair of headphones so that both of them can talk to each other without anyone noticing. On the other side, while Max and Fox are walking in the park, Alex also arrives there in her car and begins recording the dog from a distance. She carefully watches and observes his every move. Suddenly, Max and Fox run into Sonia. Sonia walks over with a smile, gently pets the dog, and asks what his name is. Nervous, Max quickly says that it is his pet dog. Just then, Sonia receives a call from her friends. She says goodbye to Max and tells him that they are all going to an art festival. As soon as Sonia leaves, Fox notices that Max's heartbeat and condition have changed. Jokingly, he asks if Max is in love with her. Max admits that he likes Sonia, but he cannot do anything because Sonia is dating Dan, the same boy who always bullies him. Meanwhile, Alex quietly moves her car a little closer. Using her special device, she listens to the conversation between Max and Fox and prepares to disable the nano-robots with her neutralizer weapon. But just as she is about to fire, she hears Fox saying that he has a new idea. Hearing this, Alex stops. Instead of capturing them, she decides to record everything and study their behavior. On the other side, Gecko is still trying to find Max, but he has not found any clue yet. Meanwhile, his boss Myron keeps increasing the pressure on him every hour and orders him to complete the mission as soon as possible. That same night, Fox convinces Max to go to the art festival, but they have no idea that somewhere in the distance, Alex is still watching them and recording their every move while trying to understand them. At the art festival, Max and Fox also arrive. Among the crowd, they spot Sonia. A short distance away, Dan is participating in a dance competition. When he wins, everyone starts clapping loudly, and Sonia also congratulates him. Seeing this, Max feels heartbroken and tells Fox that they should leave now, but Fox is not ready to give up. He studies the situation for a few seconds and says that he has a brilliant plan to get Sonia's attention. Without wasting any time, the two of them enter a large store. There, using his advanced technology, Fox completely changes Max's clothes, giving him a very cool and modern style. Not only that, with the help of his nano-robots, he also enhances Max's physical strength and appearance, making him look completely transformed. With his new look, Max runs toward a large wall and begins climbing it easily. After reaching the top, he takes out a spray can and starts creating a massive graffiti painting. People watch in amazement as he moves along the wall while creating such incredible art. When the painting is finished, he adds a special signature at the end. At that moment, Sonia notices that the entire painting is dedicated to her name. Meanwhile, after some time, Gecko also arrives at the festival. There, he runs into Dan. Gecko shows him Max's signature drawing from his notebook and asks if he knows this boy. Dan, who is still angry about losing his respect, tells Gecko about Max and says that when he finds Max, he should tell him that Dan sent him. Gecko becomes a little suspicious of Dan's intentions, but he stays quiet and continues his search. On the other side, Sonia comes over to Max and before leaving, she shows him the same drawing that she found in the theater. She asks if he made it. Feeling shy, Max admits that he did. Hearing this, Sonia becomes very happy and excitedly gives him a hug. Later, Max returns home and tells Fox to immediately turn invisible because his mother does not allow pets in the house. But Max has no idea that Alex and Gecko are watching both of them from a distance. At that moment, Gecko realizes that the dog can also become invisible. When Max walks inside the house, he hears his parents arguing. That is when he finds out that they are planning to move to another city soon. Hearing this, this, Max becomes furious. He angrily shouts that if they want to leave, they should go without him, and in anger, he runs out of the house. His father runs after him to stop him, but suddenly, a terrible accident happens. A car crashes into his father. Max's mother panics and starts shouting for help, while Max stands there frozen in fear. From a distance, Alex is sitting in her car watching everything. She is surprised that even though Fox has so much power, he did not try to stop the accident. Later, Gecko meets Myron and gives him the remaining nano-robot fragments that he managed to recover. Myron becomes very pleased after hearing this, because now he can reproduce these nano-robots in large quantities. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Max and his mother are waiting for news about his father. After some time, the doctor comes and tells them that his father will recover, but he will need to stay in the hospital for a few days. Outside the hospital, Max meets Fox again, while Alex is still secretly watching them from a distance. Max angrily asks Fox why he did not help during the accident. Fox calmly replies that he only follows his creator's commands. Since Max had wanted to get away from his family at that moment, Fox believed he should not interfere. Hearing this makes Max even angrier, and he shouts that he never wants to see him again. As soon as Fox hears this, he turns invisible once again and disappears. Meanwhile, Myron is pressuring his scientists to create copies of the nano-robots as quickly as possible. After that, he orders Gecko to capture Max. Gecko tries to explain to his boss that the boy actually has no idea how powerful the dog really is, but Myron refuses to listen. He forces Gecko to carry out the mission and also sends his assistant Archon to secretly monitor him. After some time, the situation at the hospital begins to improve. Max receives the good news that his father has regained consciousness. When Max goes to see him, his father apologizes to him and promises that they will not move to another city anymore. The two reconcile with each other and decide that from now on they will communicate openly. A little later, outside the hospital, Fox is standing there remembering the good moments he spent with Max. Just then, Max arrives, and the two of them reconcile as well. From a distance, Alex is watching all of this and smiles when she sees them together again. Max tells Fox that even though he had problems with his parents, he now understands that saving someone's life is always the most important thing. At that moment, they notice Sonia coming out of the hospital. Max runs toward her and tells her that his father is now out of danger. Hearing this, Sonia becomes very happy and reveals a truth. She and Dan were never actually dating. It was all just a false rumor. At the same time, a man parks his car right in front of the hospital in a no parking zone. Max tries to stop him, but the man refuses to listen. Just then, Fox gets an idea to impress Sonia. He secretly enters the car, places a small microphone inside Max's clothes, and tells Max to sit in the car with Sonia. After hesitating for a moment, Max starts the car. But at that same time, Gecko and Archon begin chasing them, and from a distance, Alex also starts following them after seeing everything. Soon, a dangerous car chase begins across the city. On the way, the car passes through a water-filled puddle and splashes water onto some kids standing by the road, and those kids turn out to be Dan and his friends. During the chase, Gecko and Archon suddenly start fighting each other, which leaves Alex surprised. When she checks the car's number, she discovers that Archon is actually an Interpol wanted criminal. To stop him, Alex fires her pulse gun, but the timing goes wrong. A powerful electromagnetic blast throws everyone away. Gecko is flung far away, and Max's car crashes at the side of the road. Frightened and angry, Max starts shouting at Fox, blaming him for everything that happened. Seeing this, Sonia gets scared and quickly steps out of the car. Just then, Archon suddenly appears disguised as a police officer and captures both children. A little later, Alex arrives at the scene and realizes that because of the accident, Fox has become very weak. When Fox recognizes Alex, he understands that she is actually his real creator. Fox tells her that they must save Max, and that with the help of the nano-robots inside him, he can track Max. After hearing all of this, Gecko decides that now he will take action on his own. On the other side, at his hideout, Myron interrogates Max and Sonia. He wants to know where Fox is. To buy some time, Max lies and says that the dog is still at the hospital, but Archon does not trust them. He snatches Max's device and uses it to listen to the conversation between Alex and Fox, who are tracking the signal and heading toward them. After some time, Fox and Gecko secretly sneak into Myron's hideout. They have no idea that outside, Archon has already captured Alex. When Fox and Gecko reach the room where Max and Sonia are being held, the guards suddenly spot them. Archon immediately orders his men to capture the dog, but Fox quickly starts an intense fight using the things around him: weights, balls, and gym ropes. With incredible speed, he knocks down the thugs one by one and finally frees Max and Sonia. At the same time, Alex somehow manages to lock a door, trapping several criminals inside the room, but suddenly, Myron arrives there with a large containment tube. In a swift move, he traps Fox inside the tube and takes control of the entire situation. It becomes clear that the fight is far from over. Myron threatens Alex and orders her to reprogram Fox so that he will obey only his commands. If she refuses, he will throw Sonia off the building. With no other choice, Alex agrees, but secretly signals Gecko to help her. Inside the lab, Alex begins delaying Myron by asking what he plans to do with the nano-robots. Meanwhile, Gecko secretly records the conversation on his phone. As soon as Myron orders the tube to be opened, Gecko takes the opportunity and smashes the control panel with a fire extinguisher. Chaos breaks out instantly, and Fox is finally free again. Now Fox uses his super speed to capture the criminals one by one. Then he comes to Max and tells him that he no longer wants to obey Myron's commands. He asks Max to give him the order to shut himself down. Hearing this breaks Max's heart, but with a heavy heart, he gives the command. At that moment, Fox dissolves into thousands of nano-robots and scatters into the air, leaving tears in Max's eyes. In the middle of this chaos, Myron knocks Gecko unconscious and escapes in a helicopter while holding Sonia hostage. Max tries to stop him, but Myron pushes him away. While flying away, Myron throws Sonia out of the helicopter. At that very moment, all of Fox's nano-robots suddenly return and merge into Max's body, giving him incredible strength and speed. Fox's voice encourages him. Max runs at lightning speed, chases Myron, dodges his attacks, and finally knocks him down with a powerful punch. At the same time, he catches Sonia as she falls and saves her life at the last second. In the end, Myron is captured, and Alex safely seals the nano-robots back inside the cylinder. Later, impressed by Gecko's bravery, she offers him a job as the security supervisor supervisor in her lab. A few days later, Max receives the news that he has won the drawing contest. His parents congratulate him and gift him a cute new puppy. Smiling happily, Max names the puppy Fox, in memory of his loyal robotic friend. So, how did you like this movie? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can watch more amazing stories like this. See you in the next video.